Quick question. What if I told you the guy who made this wine just beat out every winemaker in the world? 2025 Winemaker of the Year. Trained at Petrus, Screaming Eagle, multiple perfect 100-point wines. In this bottle, $75. Now, most people will never heard about this wine, and that's by design. I'm Travis Kim, and in the next 12 minutes, I'm showing you exactly why wines like this stay hidden and how you can actually get them. Let's go. Jesse Katz, 6 months ago, wine enthusiasts named him 2025 Winemaker of the Year. Now, here's what's interesting. Most people have no idea who he is, and that's exactly how he wants it. See, Jesse doesn't do the celebrity winemaker thing. No billionaire investors, no flashy marketing campaigns, just obsessive winemaking. And it started when he was 12 years old. Picture this. You're 12, you're in Burgundy, and you're tasting wine in the cellars with Olivier Leflaive, one of the most respected winemakers in France. Most kids that age drinking Capri Sun. Jesse, learning terroir. His father, Andy Katz, is a famous photographer. Shot album covers, wine books for Robert Parker. Jesse grew up traveling the world with him. By the time Jesse graduated high school, he'd been to 80 countries. So when Jesse decided to make wine, he didn't mess around. Petrus in Bordeaux, Screaming Eagle in Napa, Vineyards in Argentina with Paul Hobbs. Over a decade of harvests at the best wineries on earth. Then at 25 years old, he became the youngest head winemaker in America at Lancaster. Wine enthusiast, 40 under 40 tastemaker, Forbes first winemaker ever to be under 30 under 30. Winemaker of the Year. Here's the crazy part. He's made multiple wines that scored perfect 100 points. He's 2020 Del Rio Cabernet, first Alexander Valley Cab in history to score 100. And most people still don't know his name. That's about to change. So here's the question. Why Sonoma? Jesse could have gone to Napa. More prestige, more money, more attention. But he didn't. This is where he gets strategic. Jesse saw something most winemaker missed. He told an interviewer,
Sonoma is decades behind Napa in terms of site selection. That presents an opportunity.
Think about that. Napa's been obsessively mapping vineyards for 50 years, every hillside analyzed, every microclimate studied. Sonoma, still figuring it out. So Jesse went looking for volcanic soils in eastern Alexander Valley, high elevation, cool climate, the same minerality you get in Bordeaux, but with California sun. And here's what he found. He couldn't make wines that compete with $200 Napa Cab and charge half the price. Why? Because Sonoma land is cheaper. No Napa Valley tax. Same quality. Lower overhead. That's not luck. That's calculated. Today, Aperture controls over 140 acres of vineyards, all sourced for volcanic soils and unique terroir. Jesse's not trying to be the biggest. He's trying to be the best value at highest quality. And honestly, he nailed it. Look at this label. This is an original photograph by Andy Katz, Jesse's father. Every Aperture bottle features Andy's photography. Now, most wineries slap a generic label on the bottle and call it a day. But Jesse, he treats every bottle like a collaboration between two artists. Here's what Jesse said.
Like my father's ability to tell amazing stories through his photography, my greatest joy is bringing together its intricacies of space, place, and time, in essence, the terroir.
All right, let's talk about what you're actually getting. This is the 2022 Aperture Soil-Specific Cabernet Sauvignon. The blend, 93% Cabernet Sauvignon, 4% Petit Verdot, 2% Malbec, 1% Merlot, aged 18 months in French oak, 55% new oak, 59 and 70 gallon barrels. Why larger barrels? Less oak surface area relative to wine volume. More subtle oak influence. Jesse wants the fruit to shine through, not get dominated by wood. 14.6% alcohol, relatively restrained for California Cabernet. Most Napa Cabs, 15.5% fruit bombs. This, balanced. 94 points from Wine Advocate, $75. Now, let me ask you something. What does a 94-point Napa Cab from a top producer cost? 150, 200, even more. Jesse's doing the same exact work. Volcanic hillside fruit, barrel fermentation, extended maturation, but in Sonoma, where he doesn't have to charge Napa prices to survive. That's the game. Okay, quick detour. You need to know about Devil Proof, Jesse's other label, because this shows you what he's actually capable of. After working in Argentina with Paul Hobbs, tasting the world's best Malbecs, Jesse thought, can I make world-class Malbec in California? So he found Old Vine, dry farmed Malbec at Faro Ranch in Alexander Valley, made the wine. Devil Proof scored 100 points, perfect score, the highest rated California Malbec by every major critic. Wine Advocate said it, maybe the finest Malbec I have ever tasted in California. That's the level Jesse operates at. And that same obsessive attention, it's in the $75 cap. That's why I'm telling you about this wine. Not because it's famous, but it's that good. All right, let me tell you about what I personally do with this wine. Most sommeliers would say, Cabernet, paired with steak, ribeye, prime rib. Sure, that works. But me, I'm bringing this to Korean barbecue. Kalbi, Korean short ribs, marinated in soy, sesame oil, garlic, pear, grilled over charcoal, sweet, savory, charred. To my palate, this wine works beautifully. The structure cuts through the richness of the meat. The fruit complements the marinade. That graphite tobacco character plays perfectly with the char. Now, here's the thing. Most Korean barbecue restaurants don't have wine programs, so you're bringing your own bottle. Wine pairing is incredibly personal. What works for me, my palate, might not work for yours. This is just what I do, based on how I grew up eating and what I've learned working in wine. You might try it and hate it and go back to your soju and beer, and that's okay. Wine is personal. So why am I telling you about this? Because when I first tasted Jesse's wines, I thought, this is what people need to know about. World-class winemaking. 2025 Winemaker of the Year. Wines you can actually afford. A story worth telling. Now, here's the thing. Aperture makes about 6,000 cases of this Cabernet total. That's not a lot of wine when you're distributing. Nationally and internationally. This wine moves fast. If you're in California and you want access to wines like this, join the TK Selections newsletter, link in the description. Sign up to stay in the know. The online shop launches fall 2026. I curate small production wines from California's best producers, fair pricing, honest recommendations, no BS, California shipping only. So that's the story behind Aperture Cabernet Sauvignon. Jesse Katz, 2025 Winemaker of the Year, trained at Petrus and Screaming Eagle, made the first 100-point Alexander Valley Cabernet in history. It's 2022, 94 points, $75. Unfined, unfiltered, unacidified. Volcanic hillside, fruit from Alexander Valley. New world fruit, old world elegance. That's what Jesse set out to do. And honestly, he nailed it. I'm Travis Kim. I curate small production California wines through TK Selections, and this is the story behind the bottle. Next week, Berrichino Cabernet Pfeffer, the extinct French grape that only exists in California now. 116 years old vines, 12 acres left in the world. See you then.